With just this knife, I'll carve a spear for hunting and defense. Every stroke brings me closer to surviving on my own. With my hatchet, I'm shaping these logs for the frame, lashing them tight with bark strips for stability. Now it starts to take shape. Layering the shelter with these leaves for insulation. Now for the fire, using a friction method. 48 hours alone in this remote forest shelter. The rain is relentless, so cold. But I'm pushing through. Hunting for firewood and hope in the wilderness. Back to nature, a simple life in the wild forest. To survive out here, a safe shelter is key. I'm weaving in leaves for insulation. This will keep me dry and protected. Got to keep this fire alive. This shelter will hold. Finding water in the wild is crucial. Watch this. See the water? Now let's get a fire going. There we go. Warmth and light. A simple shelter protected me from the storm. Living quietly in the forest with basic survival skills. A simple shelter protected me from the storm. Living quietly in the forest with basic survival skills. This small shelter saved me during a violent, stormy night, living alone in the wild with nothing but fire and determination. First, I gathered leaves and branches for insulation. I layered them thickly for a dry, warm shelter. Now I'm protected from the rain. The storm's almost here. Got to finish this shelter. Securing the frame now. This should hold. This will keep the rain out. Almost there, just a bit further. Made it. Safe at last. Living off the land with only basic tools and skills. The shelter I built just hours before the storm hit. This rain is relentless. Finally, some shelter. Now, some peace. I've found peace here in the wilderness. This handmade shelter is part of simple living. This little shelter is a godsend tonight. This warm fire makes all the difference. Gathering leaves to insulate the roof. A simple shelter for a quiet night.
From chaos to calm. One night, one shelter, and total silence in the wild.
Building this shelter to survive the cold night. Now for a fire. Simple living in the woods.
Lost in this storm, soaked and freezing. A hut, finally some shelter.
Alone with nature, building comfort from nothing. This small shelter changed my hardest night in the wild. Cold winds and dark skies, surviving with a tiny shelter, a peaceful night in the wilderness. The fear is real, but I can do this. Fire and shelter, freedom in the wild. Just you and me now, old friend. This fire keeps us warm. From shepherd to survivor, my sheep and I build our forest home. This frame is solid. Good work, team. It's just me and the sheep out here, building the fire now. This shelter will keep us warm tonight. One fire, one shelter, and my flock. This keeps them safe through the night. I've returned to the forest, to this simple life with my sheep. Here, we find true peace and harmony. Back to the wild, where we belong. Easy now, stay close. From shepherd to survivor, I left the goats for a new life in the wild. Building my shelter, I finally found freedom in the wilderness.
Lost in these woods, I had to survive. I traded my crops for this campfire, my journey into the wild.
From shepherd's path to hidden forest shelter, alone with my flock, surviving beyond the village borders. From mud houses to mountain caves, my escape from village life to untamed forest freedom. Easy now, stay close. Hold steady, fight back! A shepherd's courage, surviving where no roads exist.
From pastures to basic will be.
Faith lights our way, fire warms our bones. From village dreams to mountain reality, we endure.
My hardest nights as a shepherd in the wild. Freedom found deep in the forest shadows. My hardest nights as a shepherd in the wild mountains. Freedom found deep in the forest shadows alone. Through the coldest night, I guard my flock, surviving the wilderness alone.
Easy now, stay close. Back, you devils! Get back!
Finding strength in the silence of the forest, alone with my flock in the stormy mountains.
Not while I stand! My flock will be safe. Stay together! The storm will pass!
Building this hut from branches and leaves gives us protection. Now, the fire's warmth will keep us going through the night. In a rainy forest, a sturdy shelter and fire are your lifelines. This keeps you dry and warm for the night. This fire will keep the claw away.
Another night alone. I have to keep the fire going. The forest is full of dangers, but this fire keeps me alive.
In a cold night, a shelter is your lifeline. I'm using these wooden poles to build the frame. Palm fronds will insulate us from the cold, lashing these vines to secure the frame. Sparks, now to fan the flames. Building a hut for protection. This will keep wild animals out. Almost done. This hidden hut and fire keep me warm out here. Just need to keep the heat steady. Lashing these vines to secure the frame. Sparks, now to fan the flames.
This fire keeps me alive out here. Got to keep feeding it to stay warm.
Got the fire going to fight this cold air. Inside the hut, much warmer. I've gathered these large leaves to start the roof. Now I'm layering them on the frame. The hut is complete, a perfect forest shelter. Got to keep this fire alive. Adding another log now, fanning the flames to get it going. In the heart of the jungle, survival demands constant vigilance. Every task at this forest hut is a battle against the wild. Got to get this fire going now. There it is, finally some warmth. In this hidden forest hut, fire is key to survival. Use the hand drill for friction. Smoke means heat. There, the first flames. In a storm, keep your firewood dry and stacked. Place logs steadily to build the fire. A good shelter and a fire are key to jungle survival. Keep the fire fed. It gives heat and keeps wildlife away. Welcome to my jungle shelter. This bushcraft hut keeps me dry and safe, and this fire provides warmth and protection from the wild. This shelter will protect me tonight. The fire will keep the darkness away. Jungle survival fire keeps me safe. Wilderness hut survival journey. Fire's the only thing keeping me warm tonight. Come on, burn. I need this heat. First, build your shelter. Use friction to start a fire. Then, live off-grid in your forest hut. This lean-to will keep the rain off. Now for the fire. Come on, catch! There we go. Building this shelter deep in the wild. Now for a fire to beat this cold night. Living in this jungle hut, test your skills daily. I'll show you how to start a fire with a bow drill. In a forest, build a shelter and fire for safety. A jungle at night is full of dangers, so always keep your fire going. Lashing these branches will give it strength. The vines need to be tight for the roof. Now for the fire.
Gotta get this fire going. There, that should keep it burning.
This heat from the fire is relentless. Gotta keep it going to stay warm. This fire will keep the night at bay. The stars are my only witness. Rubbing this spindle creates the heat we need. Smoke! It's catching. This keeps me alive. My hut is hidden here, away from it all. It's freezing tonight. This fire is a lifesaver. Time to eat. This stew will warm me up. No food, but with fire and shelter, we'll survive. This lean-to will keep us safe from the elements.
This fire's the only thing keeping the cold away.
Gotta keep it burning strong. Hear that? Something's close. Stay quiet, don't move, of course. Gotta get this shelter up before nightfall. Come on, light. I need this fire. Gotta keep going, build this shelter. Yes, fire's catching. Gotta keep pushing forward. This vine's in the way. Clearing the path now.
The fire is our beacon. It will guide us through this darkness. With every spark, our faith grows stronger.
No tent, no backup. Alone in the heart of the wild forest. 7 days alone in the deep forest with only basic survival gear. Rain's picking up. Gotta get this shelter finished. Now for the fire, need that warmth. Gotta keep this fire going. This shelter will protect me from the elements. The darkness is closing in. I have to push through.
Building this shelter is my only chance. Hidden and safe.
Cold nights and wild sounds. Alone in the deep woods. Alone and unafraid in this deep forest. Turning this dangerous place into my shelter. Safe at last. This shelter has to hold for the night. Come on, fire, light up. Some food at last. Sweat and patience. Building this shelter. Hidden in the forest. From nothing to shelter. Alone in the forest. No phone, no help, just me. Whoa! Easy there! Back off! Go! Whew, that was close. Living alone out here teaches you what truly matters. A small fire makes all the difference. This is freedom. Deep in this hollow, I'm building a crazy survival shelter, layering leaves for insulation and water. The ultimate bushcraft adventure. In this remote hollow, I'm building a survival shelter from the ground up, layering branches and leaves for a solid weatherproof roof. Welcome to my crazy underground shelter. This is my solo bushcraft challenge. In this forest hollow, we build a shelter. Lash the frame, then add the thatch. A strong, natural shelter. Using vines for lashings keeps the frame strong and hidden. Now for the camouflage layer. All right, let's get this shelter built. We're weaving these vines for strength, and there it is, the craziest bushcraft shelter ever.
Finding a strong branch for the frame.
Lashing it tight with these vines.
Now, packing in leaves for insulation.
Finding the right branches is key for a strong frame. Now, weave in foliage for insulation, and a final layer for waterproofing.
We're deep in the forest using this natural hollow for our shelter. Interweaving these branches creates a strong hidden frame. Now, cover it to blend in.
Welcome to the Wilderness Hollow. Let's build a shelter. I'm reinforcing the frame with this pole. Now, adding moss for insulation. This hollow is perfect for a quick shelter. Layering leaves for waterproofing. There we go, rainproof. From nothing to shelter, let's get building. Lashing it tight for stability, almost there, a hidden hollow home. This hollow is perfect shelter. Let's reinforce it. Weave these vines tight for the frame. There, safe and hidden. Gotta layer these boughs thick for insulation. Pack the needles in tight to block the wind. This will keep the heat in, a solid shelter. Laying the ridgepole for our windproof shelter. Now, striking a fire in the pit. Finally, the leafy cover for wind protection. We're building this hollow shelter where no one can find it. Cover it thick with earth and leaves for camouflage. This massive hollow tree is the perfect spot for our shelter. Let's get inside and start building. The bed frame is coming together. Day 1 in Deep Woods Hollow. Building this lean-to from scratch. Lashing the frame tight with vines now. It's really taking shape. Onto the roof. This hollow will be my shelter. Now, to weave the frame tight and a fire for warmth. Welcome to the ultimate bushcraft hideout. Building inside this secret hollow. Deep forest survival. This giant hollow log is the perfect spot for my bushcraft shelter. I'll line the floor with dry leaves for insulation. This hollow trunk makes a perfect shelter. Got the fire going for food and warmth. Now to wait out the rain. Finally, shelter from the rain. Now, let's get this fire going. Ah, much better. Gotta keep building. seal the cracks before night. This will have to do. This hollow has great potential. First, the tent for shelter. And now, a warm fire.
Rain's relentless. Need to keep this fire alive. Adding tinder. Blowing to get the flames up. There we go. Warmth at last.
Frame's ready. Now for the leaves. This will keep me dry tonight. This hollow shelter saved my night in the wild. Time to build a fire. Welcome to the Hollow Camp Challenge. From nothing to shelter. Using this hollow log and natural materials, and there we have it. Shelter. This hollow will keep the rain off. Come on, light. There we go. Warmth at last. Welcome to Secret Hollow Camp. This giant hollow tree will be our shelter. I'll insulate it with these ferns for a cozy, dry bed. I'm securing this tarp to keep the rain out. Now for the fire pit, and the cooking pot is ready. I'm turning this hollow into a survival home. First, I'll get a fire going. Now I'll insulate it with leaves. Home for the night.
Cold rain and firelight, perfect for a hollow camp build. This keeps the wilderness living real.
Starting with the basic hollow. Now, it's a hidden shelter. The rain's getting worse. I need to build a roof over this hollow. Weaving these branches and leaves should block the water. This hollow tree will be our shelter. Let's build a dry bed. Dry leaves for insulation, no damp ground tonight. Now for the stew. Rain's relentless. Must reinforce the shelter. Coax the fire, keep warm. This hollow tree will be our shelter. Let's build a dry bed. Dry leaves for insulation, no damp ground tonight. Now for the stew. First, insulate the floor with dry straw and leaves. Pack it down tight. Now widen the entrance. There, a safe, hidden shelter.
Finally, shelter. Warmth at last.
From this hollow log, we're building a survival home. Layering leaves for insulation against the rain.
No! Let me go! I have to build a shelter to survive.
We made it to the nest I built. Here's the secret shelter, my hidden sky retreat.
No! Let me go! I have to build a shelter to survive.
I was trapped in this massive eagle's nest, but I used the branches for support and protection. It's a story of survive.
Trapped in a massive eagle's nest. This is my hidden survival shelter.
I've been trying to escape, but it's not easy.
Please, I need help.
Whoa! A giant eagle! It's carrying me to its nest!
This nest is perfect, my secret shelter.
I had to build a shelter right in the giant eagle's nest. I camouflaged it and hid just in time.
The giant eagle took me to the mountains. Now I'll build a hidden shelter to escape. It's circling back! I have to hide! The nest! There's a shelter inside. I should be safe in here.
Where's this eagle taking me? This hidden cave will be my shelter. I'll survive this.
This giant eagle's nest is a perfect hidden shelter. I'll weave these branches in for camouflage. A secret shelter, right in plain sight.
The eagle's coming back. Time to go. There's the hidden alcove. Almost there. This will work. It's safe. The eagle's coming back. Time to go. There's the hidden alcove. Almost there. This will work. It's safe. A giant eagle grabbed me. I built a shelter before it returned. My hidden shelter in this sky-high nest.
Whoa! What is that? A giant eagle! It's carrying me! Its nest. I'll make this my shelter. Whoa! Let go! I have to hide. This will work.
I have to camouflage this shelter. The eagle could return. There. That should hide me from above.
Not today, you monster! This'll keep me safe.
Trapped in the mountains, I had to escape. I hiked for miles, then built this hidden cliff nest shelter. This is giant eagle territory. One mistake and I'm done. There it is! Stay sharp!
Giant eagle territory, living in the shadows, extreme cliff survival story.
It's coming for me! This cliff is giant eagle territory. I have to build fast. It's circling! Hold steady, shelter! I have to survive this. The eagles rules, guys. Finally made it. My hidden camp in Giant Eagle territory. Camouflage keeps it hidden. Supplies are low though. Whoa, one's circling.
You won't take me! I won't back down!
The storm is relentless! What is that?
Come on! Ah, it's that day.
The Eagle's territory. I survived the night. There you are. Magnificent.
The storm's too strong! What is that? A giant eagle!
No way down from here. Gotta build fast. Stay away, you giant beast.
Stay back! I see you up there!
This fire is all I have.
It's diving!
This was the most dangerous camp I ever built. Right on a giant eagle's cliff. Look at that nest.
Living on this cliff, no escape from the giant eagles.
But I will survive some challenge!
The fire's getting closer! Whoa, a giant eagle! I have to keep climbing!
No rope, no help. Just me.
Eagle diving! Get down! Get close. Move!
The Eagle's Domain, a lone survivor's mountain story.
This is my story.
These cliffs are deadly at night. There, the giant eagle! Stay low!
Mountain of Fear, alone in Giant Eagle territory. The day I entered Giant Eagle territory and
Get out!
the giant eagle circles above my mountain camp. One wrong move and I'm done. It's diving. I have to survive the night.